What is your American dream?
I was born in New York. My American dream is music, and DJing is the one thing that I love.
My family's from Puerto Rico. I was born and raised in the Bronx. My American dream is to achieve success and prosperity through my hard work.
I am from India. I do hope that each one of us realize our own humanity and start helping each other succeed. We are all humanity, and that's the least we should be able to do.
I am from Poland. My American dreams be close to my kids and my grandkids, be happy, enjoy daily life. My dreams are very humble.
I'm from Suriname, South America. My American dream is to take advantage of opportunities to excel at my talents.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Well, Spar and Bernstein has been nothing but great to me throughout my trials. I mean, it's 5 years into this car accident, and they never gave up on me, never. And in everything, they fought for me, and I am so proud to tell everyone, don't even wink for a moment. Use Spar and Bernstein. My lawyer here, Mr. Barack, has been a cage animal. He wanted to go on trial, but thank God we settled out of court, and it was something that I'm very, very happy about. So everyone, I'm telling you, I'm not just making stories up. You have to use this law firm. Spar and Bernstein is the best, worldwide best.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Microphone's on, everything's on, Brad's on, I'm on. Welcome to the noon edition of the Brad and Squeeze Show. The person you're looking at the screen right now happens to be Brad. I was going to say, the white guy is David Annakie,
yes.
The black guy is Brad Bernstein. That's hypocrisy right there.
The hypocrisy of everything.
We're segueing into something right here on 93.5 WVIP FM and Facebook Live, Brad and Squeeze Facebook page, which is blowing up. Can I yell?
Yes.
Can I get it out?
Yes.
All right.
You're angry today. And you have every right to be angry.
I'm just disappointed. Yes, I'm angry.
You should be angry.
All right?
I'm angry.
The crap that Donald Trump said this morning, last night, over the past
24
hours is just effed up. Completely effed up. The guy is straight up saying, I am a racist, and what the hell are you all going to do about it? And then you've got some people that is hiding behind all of this. Some people that's hiding and saying, well, he reserves the right to say what he wants to say and all of this. It's a free country, it's freedom of speech and all of that. Come on, people. Being a racist in this day and age?
As the leader of our country.
As the leader of the greatest country in the world? I am sick, I'm disgusted, I am unhappy, I'm disappointed, I'm angry. And there are other words I want to use, but I'm quite sure David O'Shaughnessy and the O'Shaughnessy family and Cindy would kick me off the air.
At the bare minimum, it's extraordinarily insensitive, but in reality, it is disgusting, racist, xenophobic.
Yep, that's one of them too.
And quite frankly, it's an embarrassment to the United States of America to say that this man represents everybody.
Guy's a straight up hypocrite. He's a racist. He's everything. Listen, man. I am trying to understand the democracy of the system, the government. Something needs to be done. What can be done, Mr. Attorney? What can be done, Brad Bernstein? At this stage, what can be done? This guy makes
I think
George Bush looks like a saint.
I think our politicians, both Republicans and Democrats, have to talk up, because you can't allow these things have so seeped into the conscience of Americans, children going to school, seeing their president says, oh, we could say that, and then go over to somebody maybe from Haiti or from Africa and say, you come from you know what country, and you want to know what, and that makes you a you know what.
Yeah.
And that makes you something less equal to me. That makes you inferior to me. And quite frankly, it is so disgusting, it is so beyond belief that we're even having this discussion. I am appalled that people who work for Donald Trump have to be saying, you know, the Treasury secretaries, the State Department people, the people in the executive office in the West Wing, that there are people who are working for this man who have to be saying in their head, what he is saying is wrong, it is insensitive, it is racist, and despite the fact that I may have a good job, despite the fact that I'm in power, I'm not going to accept this, because if I was working at a company and my boss said to me what Donald Trump just said, I would be handing in my resignation letter and said, I'm going to go look for another job. That's what needs to happen.
Absolutely.
That's what, and unfortunately, right now, I haven't seen it happen.
Anyway,
you know, and by the way,
let's find out what else is
happening. And by the way, I'll tell you what else is happening.
What?
As we're speaking right now,
Yeah.
Donald Trump is signing the Martin Luther King Day proclamation, making it a federal holiday for Monday. Martin Luther King, I can tell you there he is doing it. Martin Luther King is vomiting in his grave right now. All right, because this man is making a proclamation in honor of Martin Luther King, and what he has
making it officially a federal holiday.
Right, and what he has done and what he has said is the absolute antithesis. Is the absolute antithesis of what Martin Luther King stood for. How could he have the gall to televise this? How does he have the gall to televise this?
Well, evidently the dream that Dr. Martin Luther King had, or has rather, okay, because he still exists in us, all right, it's not the same dream that Donald Trump has.
No, absolutely not. Donald Trump's dream is to turn the clock back to pre-Martin Luther King days. So that's his dream.
So in other words, he is really, truly being a hypocrite.
Yes!
He's talking outside of two sides of his face.
Correct. And by the way, Senator Dick Durbin, the Senator Democrat from Illinois, who, by the way, has been a champion of the Dreamers for 20 years, he has said that he has heard, okay, and I'm quoting Dick Durbin. We have the video clip. Okay, let's watch the video clip of Dick
The video
Durbin.
clip is coming up. Do remember to call 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. Yes, we're going to be answering your immigration questions. Yes, we're going to be speaking with a criminal defense attorney and speaking about some key issues.
Right.
All right? 1-800-529-5465. And also do remember to share. Right now, I want every single person watching us on the Brad and Squeeze Facebook page, take your thumb out, as Brad would say. He likes to say that. Okay, and click on that share button. Share on your own timeline first, and then share up to 30 to 50 of your friends. Do us that favor, please, because this show is extremely important, and we talk about things that's affecting a lot of people out there. Let's just
and wait, before we go, and I want you to know, this clip that we're going to show with Dick Durbin,
right?
This is in response to Donald Trump's tweet this morning saying he never said that. It's made up.
Right.
Let's see what Dick Durbin had to say.
Let's see what goes.
I cannot believe that in the history of the White House, in that Oval Office, any president has ever spoken the words that I personally heard our president speak.
Oh, so he personally heard.
I personally heard the president speak. He personally heard him say, quote, "Why are we having all these people from S-hole countries come here?"
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the Brad and Squeeze Show. By now, you know what we stand for, what we represent, and I do believe that we're doing a good job. Thanks to all the listeners on 93.5 FM. Thanks to all the sharers. That's what I'm calling them, the Brad Squad, the Team Squeeze, that is sharing this show and making the show grow. As a matter of fact, the show has grown by 100% within the past week. Thanks to the Brad Squad. Thanks to Team Squeeze. And
For
all
the sharing. For all the sharing.
For all the sharing.
You share. And we're going to go to immigration questions because
Right.
I know we didn't get to a lot of immigration questions in the morning.
Right.
So if you call right now, 1-800-529-5465,
We'll get to it.
1-800 529-5465. You could always turn on CNN, MSNBC, and be appalled by what Donald Trump has to say.
Just don't turn on Fox.
For the next 12 hours. But we also have a job here to help people.
Right.
So we can't continue to talk about it, although we want to. We got to help people here. So let your friends and family know right now that we're going to be helping people because we're in the helping business.
We're
not in the put down business.
No, we're not in put down.
We're not in the
business.
Let's make people angry at each other business. We're not in the let's pit groups against each other business.
Right.
We are in the business of helping people. So if you call right now at 1-800-529-5465, whether you are from any corner of the earth,
Whether you are black,
white,
Latino,
Asian,
whatever you are,
Indian, whatever you may be, you are equal in our eyes because we're all human beings.
Thank you so much.
We are all human beings and we all have feelings. We all laugh. We all cry. We're all hurt when people put us down. We all have 2 eyes, a nose, and a brain. And I think it's about time we start treating each other with a little more respect and a little less disdain. And I think the world would be a much happier place. So if you call right now at 1-800-529-5465. We will be getting your immigration questions asked and answered. 1-800-529-5465. In addition to that, please leave your immigration questions on our Facebook Live page. We're going to be getting to Belgium King. Beautiful King. Kim.
Belgium Kim.
I
call her RFK.
RFK, Rapid Fire Kim.
Right.
We previously called her Social Media Kim. All sorts of different Kims, but it's the same person, and she is going to be asking your immigration questions to us, and we're going to hopefully be giving you a lot of help. Please share this with your friends and family right now. Put it on your timeline. Let them know that there are people out there, there are decent human beings out there that want to help people, and the telephone number to call right now is 1-800-529-5465.
And this segment right here coming up with Answering the Calls is brought to you by USA Credit Repair Inc.com. We're going to the calls, and this segment right here is brought to you by USA Credit Repair Inc.com. Go to the website, find out more about them, or go to @USA Credit Repair on the Facebook page. Let's go to this.
Andrei from Jakarta, Indonesia. Indonesia.
In the house.
What time is it in Indonesia, Andrei?
About 12 hours ahead, right?
Hi, am I on?
Yes,
you are.
Live
You are live on our show. What time? What time is it in Indonesia?
About 12 hours ahead.
Yeah, it's 12:15 Friday night.
Okay.
I think it's Saturday morning now.
Saturday morning.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, Mr. Bernstein,
Yes.
and you too, Squeeze.
Hey.
I mean, it's funny. I get to know your channel through YouTube, so that's why I've been watching in the last couple of months before I decided to make a call. Anyway, since you're busy, Mr. Bernstein, I have a question. My sister petitioned for me, for
green card.
For the green card, yeah. And it was approved in 2010. My priority date is September 5, 2006. A couple of questions. One is, can you tell me? Can you let me know how long is the wait from now?
They're up to June 22nd, 2004. Assuming the laws don't change, you probably have about 3 more years of waiting.
Oh, I see. Great. Now, the second question is that I know that my sister has appointed a lawyer somewhere in New York as well. My sister lives there.
Okay, great.
Now, I'm not so happy though with the lawyer because I don't know the lawyer and my sister doesn't know the lawyer either. Now if I do want to change and if I do want to switch to you, Mr. Bernstein, will it be possible? Secondly, how?
All right. Well, this is how it works. In America, you are the captain of the boat, meaning that you have the right to choose who your lawyer is going to be. You have the right to choose a lawyer. You have a right to be happy with that lawyer and continue with that lawyer. You have a right to choose a lawyer, be happy with the lawyer, be unhappy in the future, and switch lawyers. It is very simple to switch lawyers. You or your sister called me up. You sign a retainer agreement with us. This is what we're going to do for you. This is what you're going to pay us. Obviously, we're not free attorneys, unfortunately. And then I write a letter to your current lawyer and say, "Dear current lawyer, Andrei from Jakarta, Indonesia has hired me. You're fired. Send me the file. Don't call him again. Period. That's how it works. All right?
I like that. Thank you. Now, okay. So, well, let me speak with my sisters, and probably, I'm gonna have to call your office, probably, to discuss this.
Absolutely.
And then probably I'm gonna have to have my sisters over to your office to do some paperwork.
Absolutely.
Now,
Absolutely.
Now, is there a time frame, Mr. Bernstein, that I have to do that? I mean, because the time is still 3 years away. I mean, do I have to just go ahead and do the business with the paperwork and stuff like that? I mean, what's your opinion on that?
I'll give you my opinion. Whether you hire me now or you hire me in a year from now, you're going to get the green card on the same day. The only reason why you want to hire me sooner rather than later is your own anxiety. Because obviously you're very anxious. You want to be able to get your green card. You want to make sure that you're in good shape.
He also wants to make sure he gets it done right.
That everything is done properly.
Yeah.
So the quicker you hire me, the quicker I can review everything, make sure that you are on track, and reassure you that you will get your green card in X amount of time. Until then, you're anxious. You're wondering, I wonder what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. But the reality is whether you hire me now or hire me in a year from now, it's not going to make, based on what you're telling me, much of a difference in terms of the day you will get your green card.
All right. Once again, folks. Go on.
Yep. Now, with the with the whole things going on, with the with the changing, with Trump is trying to change the immigration law and everything, I mean, now that this one is approved already, is it going to be affected as well, Mr. Bernstein?
I don't know what the laws are going to end up being. Right now, as of this morning, there's going to be no changes in immigration laws because Trump, as you may have known, has said many racial remarks that have turned off many people, and he needs the Democrats to change immigration law. There's not enough Republicans in the Senate to change immigration law. So without the help of the Democrats, it has to be a bipartisan deal. Without a bipartisan deal, the immigration laws are not going to change based on the markup or the makeup of the U.S. Senate at this point in time. So he needs the Democrats to come on board, at least certainly a few of them. And without that, they're going to have a big trouble passing any immigration laws. Right now, you thought maybe they were close 2 days ago, and now with all these remarks that Trump made, who knows what's going to be? I really don't know the answer.
Right.
Okay, nobody does.
I tell you what, I think you should hold the line and then get your the information.
Mm-hmm. Hold on one second.
Hold on one second.
All right. So let's go to Kim in Orlando, Florida. Kim.
After I remind you, this is the Brad and Squeeze Show. 1-800-529-5465 is the number to call to get your immigration questions answered. Don't forget to place your questions also on social media, Brad and Squeeze page, where the other Kim will read those off later. Kim in Florida.
And don't forget to share.
And yeah, by the way, another way you can actually help with the sharing is to join groups. I implore you to join as many groups that you think would be relevant, not just people who are interested in law or immigration groups, but other groups of different ethnicities and makeup and people that you think would need our help. Join those groups and, of course, submit the link or share the link. Go ahead, Brad.
All right, so let's go to Kim in Orlando, Florida. Kim.
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Kim.
How you guys?
How you doing?
How you doing? I have a question. It's an immigration question. I had my green card since I was 13 years old. When I was about 32, I got into some trouble. When I got into trouble, I was sentenced, possession of marijuana. I was sentenced to 3 years, and I did my time. Since coming out, while I was incarcerated, my green card expired, and I was scared to reapply for it. Is there any chance of me reapplying?
What were you incarcerated for?
Possession of marijuana.
Yes, I would not apply for anything till you come talk to us, because it's very possible it's a deportable offense if you were incarcerated. And I would assume it was more than 30 grams, because they generally would not incarcerate you for a joint. All right, so that makes you a deportable alien. Do not do anything. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200 if you know what Monopoly is, and go straight to my office. Hold on one second.
And by the way, Kim.
She's on hold. No.
I wanted to ask her if she shared because she's calling from Florida.
All right. Well, she has bigger issues than sharing right now.
I know.
All right.
1-800-LAWLINK. Let's get to another call on the Brad and Squeeze Show.
Usman.
Yes, hello.
How are you?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How about you?
Wonderful. What's your question for Brad?
Okay, my first question is, first of all, I'm really thankful you guys for the wonderful job. Thank you so much for helping people and for giving you inform you about immigration actuality in the United States.
Thank you for calling. Where are you originally from?
Yeah, I'm from Guinea, and I live in the Bronx.
Okay, go ahead. What's your question?
Yeah, Guinea, that's in West Africa.
Right.
Right.
And let me ask you a question. I assume it's a beautiful country, right?
Yeah.
Right. It's not like what Donald Trump.
It's not a shishol.
What?
It's not a shisha.
No, it's not.
Okay.
And neither is Usman.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
Usman, what's your question?
But why is over there too? We really have the same president because nothing's going good over there too.
I'm sorry?
I say even in my country, nothing's good over there because our president is not doing good things over there.
The president doesn't do good things. But the people are good, and the terrain is beautiful.
Right.
And by the way, I was just in Northern Africa, and it's beautiful, beautiful. I have beautiful, beautiful pictures, far from looking
Not
like a
because
toilet.
our country is struggling economically, all right?
Right.
Means that the company, that it's a
that you're a toilet.
Yeah.
That you're a toilet bowl.
Yeah.
Okay, Usman, what's going on?
What's your question for Brad?
Okay, my first question, I just want to know if you are approved and granted on asylum. I'm taking just example like you are granted in Chicago and they move to New York. So when you move to New York, can I get the I-94 in New York?
You mean not your I-94, your adjustment? The answer is yes.
Yes. Also, that makes sense because last time I went to 26 Federal Plaza, and when I went there,
you were granted asylum when?
That was November 25th in
what year?
Chicago.
What year?
In Chicago. This year.
Oh, just a month ago. Okay, so now you live in New York. All you have to do is submit an AR-11 form, let them know you've moved, and in November of 2018, you file an adjustment application in New York. You don't have to go to Federal Plaza and talk with them.
So where I have to show them their percent?
Just submit an AR-11. You can download it, or you can come to see me, and you just mail it in. Okay, you don't have to go to them for anything. It's an AR-11 form. It's just a change of address form. Let them know you're in New York, and in 10 months from now, you're going to file an adjustment to get your green card.
Oh yeah, that's right.
All
okay.
Right? Hold on if you need help. What?
Secondly,
go ahead.
Yeah, and they really want to make an appointment because they have some cousins. They just came and they need a lawyer, so I want to make an appointment. Sure.
Okay, hold on one second then. All right, so let's go to Simone in Queens.
Simone in Queens, thanks a lot for choosing the Brad and Squeeze show. David Squeeze, Annakie here, and Brad Bernstein, the attorney, ready to answer your question.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, Simone.
Good afternoon, sorry. Okay, I have two questions. My boyfriend, he has his green card since like 1986. However, it was expired like 2 years ago, and he didn't renew it because he wanted to become a citizen. So would it be a problem like now if he wants to do his paperwork, or should he reapply for the green card?
No, just do his citizenship. File it now.
Okay, and I have another question.
Yes.
He was arrested, never went to jail though. Arrested for like driving with the license?
Then he should come see me first before he does his citizenship. The last thing you want to do is file your citizenship, get denied.
Any arrest,
you go see a lawyer. Hold on one second.
Not a lawyer, Brad
the
Bernstein.
lawyer. Go see the lawyer.
Brad Bernstein.
Go see the
I'm
the
quite sure
lawyer.
Simone understands that. You know?
Yes, hold on one second, Simone. All right, let's go to Patricia, also in Queens. Queens is in the house today.
Queen's definitely in the house,
Yes.
27 minutes after the hour. Coming up in 3 minutes, we've got the social media queen, a.k.a. RFK. That's a rapid fire Kim. Queens again. What's up, Patricia?
Yes, good afternoon. I have a question for you.
Yes.
Sure.
I did the I-130 form for my son. In 2015 of this year, I did the paperwork for him. He's back home in Jamaica. I got the congratulation email from immigrations. Everything has been processed, but I haven't heard anything since.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I filed for my son. He's back home in Jamaica, and I received a congratulations email from immigration that all the paperwork have been submitted and everything is okay. But I haven't heard from them back since to get a visa for him.
When did you file for him?
The I-130 form.
When did you file for him?
2015.
2015?
2016, sorry, yes.
2016
last
and
year,
he's
yes.
over how old now?
He is 18 now. When I did it,
and you're a
he was
citizen?
17. No,
You're a resident?
Yes, I'm a
Okay,
resident.
so you're going to wait another year. Hold on one second. Hold on. You're going to have one more year waiting, but you're going to need help. Make sure he gets here. Hold on one second. I'm asking my team in there. I'm putting people on hold to make appointments. I don't think they're listening to us, this show, and it's making me a little.
Take some for you?
What? Maybe I should make my own appointments.
Maybe
I put 7 people on hold. They all hung up already. Because we didn't get to them fast enough.
You want me to go out there and do it?
Go out there, please make the appointments.
I'll go out there and make the appointments.
Go out there and make the appointments for me, and while I answer their questions, I think that's what we're gonna have to do.
All right.
Okay. Afterwards, after you make the appointments, okay, I'll do the USA Credit Repair segment, and I will answer the calls for USA Credit Repair.
That's great.
When all is said and done, when everybody leaves, we'll clean up the office. The two of us. Okay. I have some cleaning supplies. We'll clean up the office.
We'll split the bathroom.
We'll split the bathrooms.
You do the female bathrooms.
Right.
I'll do the
okay.
gender,
In the morning, we'll make all our social media posts, okay?
Absolutely.
Right? Why not?
Why
right?
not?
And then what we'll do is...
I'll even answer phones for you.
I'll turn on the TriCaster in the other room. I'll run it here. We'll just do it all ourselves.
No, I think the TriCaster team is okay.
They're okay. Yeah. All right.
All right, let's get back to the calls. We're coming up on 60 seconds before we get to RFK.
Okay, Miriam in Durham, North Carolina.
Yes, please.
How are you?
How are you doing?
I'm fine, yeah.
What's going on?
I want to know how it's possible for me to file so that I can get my status.
How is it possible for you to adjust your status?
Yes, please.
You're asking me how to get a green card, or you have a specific question?
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your situation first?
The TPS was rejected, so now I don't have any status.
All right, so she's calling, how do I get a green card? That requires a consultation.
Have you ever filed anything? Have you ever attempted to get a green card?
But let me explain something to her. There is no way in the world. Okay, we can if you want.
I'm trying to be sensitive.
I know. I'm going to be sensitive to Miriam too, but I got to be sensitive to everybody.
Right.
Okay, we got 2 choices. I can stay with Miriam for the next 30 minutes.
Which you won't.
Okay.
Can't.
Okay, and discuss all of her issues with her and go through her entire history. And then let her know after about 30 minutes whether I can help her or not.
Or
we can put her on hold. She can have a private consultation with me, and we can try to help as many people as we can. Okay? So hold on 1 second.
Fortunately, unfortunately, I have to agree with Brad on that side. All right. So listen up, Brad. Stop right now.
Stop. Boy, by the way, this was you just sounded like what I used to do like
exactly.
8 months ago. You're like, put a stop.
RFK. I need you on. I need RFK on right now. But there's something that I personally want, and maybe Brad wants that also. This is the last live show of the week, and I want for this show to be our biggest show. All right. Earlier this week we had how many concurrent? What's the highest concurrent we had?
270.
270 concurrent.
277.
277 people concurrent.
That was yesterday.
We're at 200 concurrent right now, and when it's all said and done, we do probably about 6,000 people have watched the show for the day. I want today to be our biggest show.
Each individual show.
Yeah. We've got 29 minutes. I want us to hit 300 concurrent people watching at the same time. So everyone that's listening to 93.5 FM, yes, listen, but I also want you to get on Facebook, go to the Brad and Squeeze Facebook page, and yes, share the page with every single person that you know. At least share it on your timeline, then share it to your friends. So do me a favor, people. Get us to 300 concurrent. Brad Squad, Team Squeeze, share the page. We're going to get to everyone's questions. Share the page right now so we can get up to 300 concurrent. You'll be able to see for yourself. Share it on at least 30. As a matter of fact, share to 50 friends.
50?
I do it.
You share it to 50 friends.
Every time my eyes go down, I'm sharing to my friends. Okay? And I'm quite sure everyone
so easy to share.
Everyone's got more than 50 friends. How do they share, Brad?
I'm doing it right now.
What are you doing?
There's a little share button at the bottom.
Okay.
You press it right where next to the comment.
Right.
And it says write a post, copy link. Just write a post and post it. Shared. I just posted.
You don't even have to write anything. You just click share, share the link, and share it on your timeline.
That's right.
And share it on your friends page. All right?
Right.
So let's get to some more immigration questions by way of the social media queen, the rapid fire Kim. Okay, let's go to it. Kim, let's turn this up.
Hello!
My fair lady!
Kim, a question for you quickly. Who is marrying me? I see Lisa Bling Rose said something about they're coming to my wedding. Yeah. Have you been following? I don't know what they're talking about.
Well, you're getting married.
I'm getting married
on
when?
the 20th, right?
I am?
January the 20th.
January 20th, I'm getting
Saturday,
married.
Right.
Saturday.
That's why we're flying out for,
yes.
remember?
Yes, on Shabbos.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you guys, but you're marrying each other.
I'm marrying Lisa.
Whoa.
because you're tag teaming the cleaning and people love the teamwork.
Squeeze and I are getting married.
No.
Yes. Yes.
People will take that clip and use it.
People will use that clip and use it. And then all of a sudden,
Listen, we're not on that team.
This will go viral around that.
Yeah, I'm not on that team. There's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with that team.
But I'm not on that team.
You don't want to be traded to the team.
No, I don't want to be traded to that team. I don't want to be on that.
There's nothing wrong with the team.
Yeah.
Let's move along.
Okay.
Just disclaiming.
Alicia wants to know, my friend's green card expired some years ago, but she came back. She went back home. Could she reapply for her green card?
She can, but she can't get the old green card back if she's been home for a year. Someone has to start all over from fresh.
Rosie Boo says, what if my I-551 stamp expired on the 28th of February? Is it safe to travel to Jamaica and be back before it expires, or am I going to have a problem re-entering?
As long as you're back before it expires, you're okay. And make sure your passport's valid for 6 months.
Antoinette says, if someone files for bankruptcy, can that affect them for filing for citizenship and filing for a spouse?
No.
Nope.
Squeeze with the answer.
Because
you never answer.
Because I know USA Credit Repair handles a lot of bankruptcy also.
You do?
Yeah, but I also work with this entity called the Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein in the capacity of marketing.
Right. We also do bankruptcy here.
And I know that you also do bankruptcy.
Yeah,
so
Carmela
I know the
does it.
connection
Yes.
because clients of USA Credit Repair are also clients of the Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein. So I do know a little thing, a lot.
I think that's the first immigration question I've ever heard Squeeze answer, even if it does overlap with USA Credit. Wonderfully Made asks, I came on a K-1 visa, but it was annoying, and I'm presently married to someone else, but they can't file for me because I came on a K-1 visa, so I'm deciding to go back home. Is that okay for me? I'm presently 7 months pregnant.
Okay. Did you ever marry the man that you came here to marry?
It doesn't seem like it.
If she did, then she can adjust her status as long as the man gave an affidavit of support. She can adjust her status. However, if she never married him, she should marry the man that she is, I guess she's pregnant with his child, and file an I-130, do a provisional waiver, go home and come back. That's what I think. Unless she hasn't overstayed by more than 180 days, then just go home.
Chris Anthony asks, I filed my papers in October and got my work permit in December, and now I have my green card interview on February 14th. What I want to know is, are they going to separate me and my wife, and what should I expect? Also, after I get my green card, how long is it going to take for me to get my daughter here?
They shouldn't separate you, but it's always a possibility. They usually separate you on a second interview, but it's always possible. Sometimes you see they separate you on a first interview. You should expect to be asked questions about your living arrangements, very personal questions about how you live, how you met, and how you do your day-to-day activities to determine whether or not you're sharing the same life.
Candy asks, after filing an I-130 and when immigration does the background check, what exactly do they look for? Do they check for information that you put on a visa application 12 years ago?
Yes, they do. Better be consistent.
Okay. And do they check fingerprints for criminal records only?
Nope.
Dwight asks, I have a question. My I-751
they
waiver
also
is
check your
processed.
social media, even if you have it private.
Yeah.
Do you remember our TMI segment?
Yes, absolutely.
You got to
And they
raise
will-
yourself, by the way, Kim. We're much taller than you. There you go.
Well,
there you go.
There you
Yeah, much better now. My sense of proportion is in much better position now.
Well, I don't want your sense of
one
proportion
of the things we talked about, Squeeze. One of the things we talked about is like when right now, just so I want everyone to know, Squeeze is not playing video games on his phone.
No, I'm not.
He's sharing this with everybody. So we had talked about when you're sharing, and you're doing your thing, I don't want it to look like you're playing video games. It should just be the two of us. But,
they should split the screen.
Of course.
And then keep an eye on me so when my head comes up.
Of course.
But
But we have to direct as we go along.
Yeah, right.
Kim, let's continue.
Candy asks for a friend. If an adult enters the USA 10 years ago without being inspected, they have no I-94. She's gotten married to a green card holder. Can she obtain a green card even though she entered the U.S. illegally? She has nothing to prove how she came here. Does it make a difference?
She can get a green card, but she's going to need a provisional waiver.
Elect Lady wants to know, my friend came to the U.S. 27 years ago and lost her I-94. She tried searching on CBP to find her entry, but there's no record found. What's the next step to obtain the I-94 so that her of-age citizen can file her I-130 petition?
She did a CBP FOIA and it wasn't found, then she has to appeal that. Usually when you do a CBP FOIA, they don't look very closely. You should also do an I-102 for replacement I-94. You should also do a Freedom of Information Act request through USCIS and see what they have there as well. There's 3 different entities that may have a legal entry for you.
Stacey Ann says, after filing for citizenship, can a person travel in the case of an emergency?
Yeah, yes. You can still travel in case there's no emergencies. Just don't stay out for more than 6 months.
Guinevere asks.
Gotta clear my throat.
Yeah.
Guinevere asks, where can you view your waiver for a person who has a felony offense, non-violent, non-drug related?
Where can you view your waiver? You can't view your waiver. What kind of question is that? You either get a waiver or you don't, and if you're not sure if you got a waiver, then you do a FOIA.
You probably did.
But there's no viewer waiver. There's no www.viewmywaiver.com. That doesn't exist.
There feels like a niche there, though, Brad.
Right. So it's missing. It's missing. There should be www.viewmywaiver.com, but it just doesn't exist.
Anthony wants to know, how long does it take to become a citizen?
It takes about 9 months.
Dane asks, when applying for SIJ, does guardian and child have to live together or not necessarily?
Yes, because you are the guardian. You're not the absentee guardian. You are the guardian. By the way, Squeeze, we are at 223 views right now. And we need to get to 270. I hope you're working your little fingers off there, sharing this with your friends and family.
Why are you so concerned about me and my fingers?
I'm concerned because I see you typing away there as I'm answering the questions.
The language used by me at the DACA meeting was tough, but this was not the language used. What was really tough was the outlandish proposal made a big setback for DACA.
No, Trump, you said it. You're a racist. BS. All right, let's continue.
Never said anything about derogatory about Haitians and other than Haiti.
Yeah,
it's
Trump,
obviously a very poor
Trump, you
country.
did say it.
Never said take them out.
You did say it.
Made up by the Dems. I have a wonderful relationship with the Haitians. Probably should record future meetings. Unfortunately, no trust.
By the way, your Trump imitation's terrible. Were you trying to imitate Trump?
We're getting to 227
Are you
now?
Are you trying to imitate him? Because that was terrible.
It was terrible.
Right.
But anyway, right. Listen.
Black Trump. BT, I'm going to call you. Hey, BT, what's up?
No. And Trump and myself is not synonymous in
not
any
synonymous
way, shape,
anymore.
or form.
All right. Kim, what else you got? Let's go quickly. Squeeze, get back to sharing.
Thank you, Trump. Thank you, man. You sounded like it for a minute there.
Yeah.
Just put on that orange
wig. Uzamano would like to know, I just got granted asylum and now I need a travel document.
I think we just talked to him, but he can get he can get a refugee travel document on I-131. He's going to come in and see us. We'll help him with that.
Stephanie says, when do you think they'll make an announcer decision on Sessions versus Dida Maya?
I don't have the slightest idea.
Chris Anthony has a follow-up question about whether when he goes to the interview with his wife. What if I don't have my original copy of my birth paper because it's in Jamaica? I only have a copy.
Get the original.
Is that going to be a problem?
Send someone in Jamaica to go get it and send it up to you. It's a problem. You need the original.
Amy wants to know, my cousin had her parole in place approved, which only lasts 1 year. She submitted her affidavit of support packet already, but she's worried that that interview comes in after the year expires for the PIP. Would she have to renew her parole in place?
Thank you very much.
Would she have to renew it?
You don't need to renew the parole in place. You just need it to adjust your status.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're at 242. We just need approximately a little bit under 60 more concurrent. And we'll hit the 300 mark and make this the biggest show this week.
The biggest show on earth?
No, this week.
On earth?
Forward, Brad, and Squeeze.
On earth?
No. I don't want, we're not going to do
on earth. It's the biggest Brad and Squeeze show on earth.
We're not going to be Trump and be a liar.
Let's lie. It's the biggest show on earth.
So share.
All right, we're gonna come back to Kim in a little bit.
All right, no problem. It's 2:43, 12:43. I'm sorry.
Squeeze is on the clock today.
Yes, I am on
the
clock.
You are very, very on the clock today.
I am using my broadcast training.
Yes. This is by the way, this is segment G now we're up to, right? Right. Squeeze said the whole show has to be segments.
Yes, we're going to have a few addendums on our contract. You and I will need to have an off-air conversation about that.
All right, let's go to Omar.
Let's go to Omar. By the way, are we going to check in with a criminal defense attorney?
Oh, yeah, we're going to check in with him in about 5 minutes.
All right, no problem.
Okay,
so
Omar.
Let's get a criminal defense attorney together, but let's go to Omar. Omar,
yes,
Brad
we got
is
to
ready.
get him ready into the social media seat.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
yeah.
Omar.
Omar.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Omar from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yes.
What's up?
Yeah, what's up?
What's up? Yeah, what's up? What's up?
Not much, man.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I understand, but what I'm saying is like, I'm gonna try to like file my citizenship because I have a problem. Was I drive and I give a ride to somebody. When I give a ride to a woman, they just call me. They say they need a ride, so I give them a ride. When I give them a ride, I take them to the shop.
What did you get arrested for? Don't give me the blow by blow. What'd you get arrested for?
I mean, I was not arrested. They charged me for aiding and abetting misdemeanor, you know.
Aiding and abetting. So this woman went to a shop and she obviously stole something. She got back in the car. You drove her away. So they said you were aiding and abetting. What happened?
No,
I don't know. I'm taking a guess.
This is what happened. She went to the store. She said, "Let me give her a ride." It was snow on that day, so I tried to help her. They called me. I was at home because she called me, my youngest brother, and I called him.
Were you arrested?
What was the charge?
No, I was not arrested.
So then why are you telling me this story if you weren't arrested?
Because I have an aiding and abetting and
guess what? You got aiding and abetting. You got arrested.
You got arrested.
Not only did you get yes.
I was not.
Okay.
Then you weren't arrested. Then where are you coming with the word aiding and abetting?
You said.
Hold on. Let me tell you. Okay. This is what happened when they come out. I mean, there was an undercover. So
all right, slow down.
Slow
down. We got to get to we got to cut to the chase. We have a lot of ground to cover. So let me just help you out here. You said that you were charged with aiding and abetting. All right, or you were convicted for that. Right? Hold on. Do you have a disposition?
No, man. I got my 10 years.
How do you know? How do you know you were charged with aiding and abetting? Who told you that? Where did you get that? Is there a paper that says that? Were you?
No, they give me a ticket for aiding and abetting misdemeanor.
The what?
They gave him a ticket. That's called being arrested, although you were not put in handcuffs.
Okay, so you got a ticket.
You were charged with a crime.
Right.
Charged with a crime, being arrested is the same exact thing as far as immigration is concerned.
Did you go to court?
I went to court after they dismissed it, but they take me for a first time.
Stop for a second. Was it dismissed?
Yeah, it was dismissed, and I went to the first time offender program. Community service for 75 hours.
You can take it from here.
Okay. First time offender program, that means you were punished, which means you have a conviction.
It was not dismissed then.
It was not dismissed.
That's why I said you take it from
here.
here.
Okay, he was punished.
You have not because you did not do time in jail. What
he doesn't understand is what is the definition of a crime.
Right.
Okay, and that's why we're having a problem. He needs to have a consultation.
Hold on the line. You need help from us.
All right. You know who you just sounded like, by the way, when you were asking him questions because you were talking so fast?
Who?
You sounded like Jackie Childs from Seinfeld.
What? Did I tell you to drink?
Yeah.
I didn't tell you to put cream on it. Why'd you put a cream on it? Why'd you put a cream on it?
Were you arrested? So you were arrested.
Did I tell you to put a cream on it? Why'd you put a cream on it?
So you were arrested.
I watched Seinfeld last that, and where Seinfeld and Elaine was talking, and
what's wrong with that? He's a caricature of Johnny Cochran.
Who is?
I think Jackie Childs. He was like supposed to be a character of a Johnny Cochran type guy.
Seinfeld is hilarious.
Yeah. All right, so we have David Moreno somewhere.
All right. Let's go find our criminal defense attorney, David Moreno. People, do not go anywhere. I know some of you have a tendency when you're not hearing immigration or hearing Brad and Squeeze joke about things, you actually log off Facebook and go grab something over there and then come back. No, stay. We got more immigration questions coming up. We've got a good criminal defense attorney coming on. And yes, you will know people that will have run-ins with the law, just like this brother that we just spoke with. You need to actually hear what we have to say. And also, ladies and gentlemen, store the number 1-800-529-5465. Let's find David Moreno in the social media check-in room.
Hello!
Hey. Mr. Moreno.
By the way, congratulations to David Moreno in Nassau County. He was hired by a viewer of the Brad and Squeeze show.
Right. Or
or maybe a listener on VIP. I don't know how, but definitely from the Brad and Squeeze show.
Right.
He had a DUI, and maybe you want to talk about this because it's over, had a DUI, refused to take a plea deal. David Moreno, he's a former district attorney here in Manhattan. He's won Best Trial Lawyers Under 40 Under 40, one of the top 100 trial lawyers in the United States award. And he showed it off in Nassau County because Nassau County is not an easy place to win a criminal trial. Okay, a lot of Trump supporters in Nassau County. And took a guy who's a Brad and Squeeze listener, and he refused to take a plea deal, went to trial, and won the drinking and driving trial. What happens?
Let's talk
David,
about
you
it.
want to talk about it?
Of course, let's talk about it. So I need to correct you a little bit, Brad.
Okay.
There's a distinction in New York between DUI and DWI.
It was a
right?
DWI.
So it was a DWI.
Okay,
so
okay. I do know the difference, but I thought it was a DUI, so my apologies.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Right.
But for the viewers, I know you know,
Right.
but for the viewers, there's a driving while intoxicated and there's a driving while ability impaired. The two different charges. The driving while intoxicated is the more serious of the two charges. It's the one that's criminal. The driving while ability impaired is the one that's non-criminal. So to walk you through my client's case, he was pulled over on the highway. He was immediately asked if he was drinking alcohol.
One second there, David. You said one is driving with ability impaired. That's DWAI, and there's
DUI.
one. Oh, so one is driving under the influence. Then.
Right.
Okay.
And one is driving.
So there's two of them.
The
There's DUI and there's DWI. DWI is the big one, right?
Correct.
Okay. Gotcha.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Understood.
So my client was driving on the highway. He was pulled over late at night. A black man driving on the highway, 4 a.m. Cops pull him over.
This is Nassau
First thing out
County,
of their mouth,
Long Island.
Nassau County. First thing they say to him is, how much have you had to drink? Client said he hadn't had anything to drink. They immediately pulled him out of the car and asked for him to start doing tests. You know, the walk and turn test, the finger to the nose, follow the pen with your eyes, all of the nystagmus gaze test. He began doing the test, and you know, he thought to himself, he's been a listener, a long-time listener of ours. He said, I know I've heard David Moreno and Paul Hirsch telling me, you know, I should probably not cooperate with these tests. So he asked to speak to a lawyer, and he stopped them from testing him on the scene. They then took him to the precinct where they offered him the breathalyzer exam, and he said, I'm not doing anything without my lawyer. What happens in that situation is there is a presumption against you that because you refuse to submit to a test, you have a consciousness of guilt, meaning that the only reason you refuse this test is because you think that the results of the test will be not in your favor, right? So they're assuming that you did it because you're guilty.
You're drunk.
And you have to, because you're drunk. You have to overcome that presumption. So he was arrested and charged with driving while intoxicated. He faced stiff penalties, and the DA's office refused to offer him anything that didn't involve him going to jail or him taking a criminal record. And we discussed the case back and forth and the exposure and the risks involved, and we decided to call them on their bluff and try the case. And they put on a case where they put the two state troopers on the stand, and they said some of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard.
What have you heard?
Which
like
is,
what?
You know, anybody that doesn't listen to what a cop is saying, they must be guilty. Anyone that doesn't follow my orders must be guilty. And it took everything in me to stay composed in court and not laugh or scoff. But I had my opportunity to question these officers.
And what did you ask them in reply to that?
So the one officer in particular asked him, you know, you're basing this specifically on your background, right? And he said, yes. You're also basing it on your training, your experience, your life experiences, the way you would respond when a cop is questioning you. He said, right. So then I flipped it and I said, wouldn't someone with a different background or a different experience or someone that's not from this country respond differently and have different reasons for why they're not listening to your directives? And he said, correct. So then in summation, I circled back to that and I highlighted the juxtaposition of the Caucasian male officer and my client who was not from this country and is a young black man and why he may have done what he did. And it's not because he was drinking. It's honestly because he was nervous and he didn't know what to do. The jury really was able to relate to that, even in Nassau County.
And what kind of jury did you have? What was the makeup of the jury?
The jury was it was mostly made up. It was 4 white women, 1 black woman, and 1 white male.
So it was 5 whites, 1 black, white police officer in a county that voted for Trump with a black defendant, a black attorney, yet you were able to convince them, this is, when you say everything is racially charged, here is something that, reason overcoming everything, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. The scales of justice is supposed to be blind. They're not always blind, but in this case they were.
And based
the facts were what they were. The lack of facts were what they were. My client didn't run from anything. He took the stand. He was very prepared. His story was believable. The jury was able to relate to him, and we took care of it.
And based on what it is that I've just heard, and based on my experience in going through this, if you get stopped in New York State for drunk driving, you don't have to necessarily submit to a sobriety test. And what do you think? Should one submit to it?
Well, it depends on a number of factors, right? It depends if you're actually drinking. There's a lot of risk with that. It's in a criminal case, and we speak about this all the time. I haven't been on a lot lately, but we always say it's not about what you did; it's about what they can prove. Right. So in those situations, and I'm not telling anybody to drink and drive. Obviously, I don't support that. In those situations where you're thinking about how the case is going to be proven against you, you don't want to incriminate yourself. Just like if you stop for anything else and the cop says, "Do you have a gun?" You don't just sit there and say, "Yes, I have a gun." So if you've been drinking, you're going to give them all of the evidence of proof they need by taking the breathalyzer test. Right. You got to understand that by saying no to those exams or no to the sobriety test, there are consequences with that as well. That's a separate thing. Or
what about when they ask you, "Sir, have you been drinking?" And the first thing out of most people's minds when they don't think about it is, "Yeah, I only had 1 or 2 beers." Well, you've just admitted to now drinking, and now you're refusing an alcohol test. So now the presumption is even much stronger that you knew you were drunk.
Absolutely. It's funny you said that, Brad.
Time. Yeah.
Because I actually experienced that a lot as a prosecutor. A lot of my cases, most defendants were saying I had 2 drinks. And, in this case, my client immediately said I had no drinks. And I actually highlighted that for the jury, and I got the cops to testify that, the most common response they're given when asked if you were drinking is if I had 2 drinks. But in this case, my client immediately said he had no drinks because he in fact didn't. And I thought that was also a good point. But to go back to what you were saying, Brad, don't incriminate yourself.
Right.
If the cop asks if you're drinking, you either say, "No, I wasn't drinking," or "I'm not speaking to you without a lawyer." There's really nothing else to say to them. There's nothing that you can say that will help you.
You're not winning your case on the side of a road. So once you realize you're not winning your case on the side of the road, shut the hell up. And by the way, we're going to run out of time on WVIP, so I want everyone listening on WVIP to know that you're listening to David Moreno from Spar and Bernstein. He's a former district attorney. He's won numerous awards, too many to enumerate. Okay, but trust me, he's won plenty of awards for being one of the top trial attorneys in not in New York, but in the United States of America. Here, demonstrating it again. Fabulous job on how you turned the cards on the cop. It was actually fascinating to me because we have not seen each other yet to have the rundown of what happened.
Right.
So I'm just hearing now this for the first time. Fabulous job.
Right.
And for everybody out there.
Hold on 1 second. I just want.
And for everybody out there, we only have about a minute to go. I want everybody, to save the number of a really
That's
good.
what I wanted to do.
I'll let you. Everybody.
I was just trying to do my job here,
Okay.
All right, we got a good criminal defense attorney, David Moreno. His mom's going to Jamaica this weekend. I'm going to take care of her. Okay, and I'm trying to get the number in here.
Go do it.
Thank you so much. So, by the way, folks, if you notice, I really listened to most of the convo that just happened with David Moreno and Brad. And as Brad said, he used the word fascinating. I think it was very fascinating. And I do believe that every single one of you need to save the number of David Moreno right here at Spar and Bernstein right now by calling 1-800-529-5465. Let it ring 10 to 15 seconds. And so let us know. That will show that you're actually saving the number. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. I have been in that same identical situation, and I want to let you all know it can happen to any of us.
And you save the number because you don't know when it's going to happen.
You don't.
And you can't fumble around looking for your
No,
lawyer.
you can't.
You have it saved in your phone and you got it locked.
Yeah.
And the best way to have it locked and saved is dial it and hang up, and now you hear Spar and Bernstein, you got the right number saved, and you're all good. 1-800-529-5465. Squeeze.
1-800-529-5465. Make the call, make the link to Spar and Bernstein's, of course, David Moreno in the Criminal Defense Department. And once again, big cases, especially federal cases, you need this man, David Moreno. I'm saying that to all my brothers and sisters out there. Many of you get in trouble with guns, drugs, all of this. Make sure you get that good criminal defense attorney, David Moreno. Once again, here is the number, 1-800-529-5465. Prior results do not guarantee similar outcome, and this has been an attorney advertisement, and I still say Spar and Bernstein. David Moreno,
Great job.
Thank you so much. Solid job, great job, good job. Keep it up, man. All right?
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so for people on WVIP, turn on your phones right now. Go to Facebook to Brad and Squeeze. You can watch us on Facebook. You can watch us on David Squeeze Annakie. You can watch us on Brad Bernstein, the Brad and Squeeze Show. You can watch us all on Facebook. You can also listen to 3 minutes of commercials on WVIP and catch us on the backside of 1 minute and 3 seconds.
No backside.
Whatever, the front side, the flip side.
No.
But we're going to continue here. We're not going to have that discussion. We're going to
flip side,
continue here.
all right.
The flip side.
Nothing on the backside.
Okay, fine. The flip side, and we're going to answer your immigration questions. We got a USA credit, and we got to get back to Kim for our final round for the week of rapid fire. How's that, Squeeze?
Absolutely.
All right. So
let's get through it
Stephanie
quick.
is in Maryland. Stephanie.
Hello, how are you today?
How are you?
Good.
Oh, too blessed to be stressed or depressed. And I first pray that everybody have a wonderful, healthy, prosperous, joyful, productive New Year.
Thank you. To you
You're
and
welcome.
everybody. It should be for everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, and everyone and their families. Okay, I was calling about two things. I think she already sort of said it about Sessions versus DeMaya. If you, because it has an immigration element in it, the Supreme Court heard it, but they haven't made a decision. They reheard it this year, and they had made a decision. What do you think about that, or do you know about that case?
I'm not familiar with the case off the top of my head. The Supreme Court, they come out with their decisions in bulk. I don't know the time frame in which it's going to come out, so I don't really have an opinion on that. I haven't read the briefs on that.
And the second thing is, I have a wrongful convictions petition that's named after my son that would not only help everyone, but especially people that are being targeted for immigration, to be removed from immigration, saying that, like the Maryland state law, that you must have corroborating evidence to prove what a witness is saying. In Maryland, is to prove what an immunity witness is saying. But I'm trying to get that as a federal law and state laws, but it's at least federal because they don't have this law. And so many people are being put in prison from the word conspiracy or whatever other words they can use because they don't need evidence to prove it. It goes by what the jury thinks.
Okay.
So how do I get someone to help me to get this petition into a law?
You want to change the law?
Yes.
Okay. You want to change it in the state level or the federal level?
Yeah, federal. I want to start with federal.
You need to speak to your congressman or congresswoman. That's how you start.
Okay.
And then speak with them and see if they're on board or if they're not on board. And then you have to start getting other people to petition that congressman or congresswoman to say, we want this law changed. And if the congressman or congresswoman gets enough people from their district saying we want this change, that congressman or congresswoman is going to stand up for their people who they represent in their county.
Okay,
That's
and
where
they
you
can
start.
make it, and they can make it change.
They can
make
make
it
the
law.
process change. It requires many congressmen, but the first step is to bring it to the attention of a congressman, and from there, your congressman, and from there, after you bring it to the attention of your congressman, you get people to petition from other counties to bring it to the attention of their congressman. It's called lobbying. That's what lobbying is.
Oh, okay, because I did bring it to the attention of a congresswoman who's now retired, but it was just me.
Yeah, well,
All right,
retired
that makes sense.
congresswomen can't help you because they're retired. You need the ones that
And
are
if
in
anyone-
office.
And if anyone would like to look at it, it's called the Armistead Act, and it's on YouTube, and the written part is under the video, and it's called Wrongful Convictions, the Armistead Act. That's the title.
All right. Well, thank you very much, and
Thank you.
best of luck on
Have a
that, Stephanie.
blessed day.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, bye-bye.
All right.
All right. Let's
Once again, Brad and Squeeze Show, 1-800-529-5465. Let's get to another one quickly.
All right. Let's go to Stacy in Waterbury, Connecticut.
Hi.
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 So my daughter was born in the U.S. and I tried applying for her passport. I provided all the documents at the post office. Then yesterday, I got a mail saying that the information is not sufficient. I must send a copy of both of us passports, driver's license, etc. But what I want to know, is it a good idea to send a copy of my passport knowing that I have overstayed my visa?
Yeah. State Department's not doing anything to you.
Repeat?
The State Department's not going to do anything to you. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Let's go to Latoya in Hartford, Connecticut. Latoya.
Hi.
Hi, Latoya.
I have a friend that she actually came up on what is that? The visitors, not a visitor's visa, to marry to a fiance visa.
Fiance visa.
And she actually, the person did not get married to her.
Mm-hmm.
And her son tried filing for her after
Can't.
years of being here.
Yeah, can't.
And it didn't go through.
Correct.
So we're trying to find out, is there anything else that she could do?
Anything that if you come on a fiance visa and you don't get married to the person that you were supposed to marry, you are barred permanently from ever getting a green card in America. You have to go home to your home country to get a green card. Now, coming on a fiance visa, this was years ago, so she's overstayed by more than a year. She has a 10-year bar. So the only way to overcome a 10-year bar is through a provisional waiver, and you can only do that through your parent or through a spouse. So assuming she doesn't have any parents here, she would have to marry an American citizen, let that U.S. citizen file for her, do a provisional waiver, then go home. Be prepared when she goes home for questions about what was your intentions on that fiance visa? Were you really coming to marry this person? Why didn't you get married? They want to make sure there was no fraud in that first relationship, in that first visa, and prove that the second marriage is real, and then she comes back. There's a process, but she obviously needs the help of a lawyer and has to get married too.
Okay.
All right?
Alrighty, thank you.
Hold on if you need help. And Squeeze, we got one more person. I don't know if you want to give the Spar and Bernstein number. We're going to go to USA Credit Repair after this person.
All right, let's do the one person. 1-800-LAWLINK is the number for the law offices of Spar and Bernstein. Let's get to
Candy.
Hey.
Hi.
Brad. How are you?
How are you?
I'm okay. I've been married from 2006.
So
my husband was in the army. He's no longer in the army. We get disconnected. We couldn't find each other. He was in California and I was in Brooklyn. No, he's not in the military anymore, but we still close now. Can I still get my green card?
Yes, as long as you're married and you live with him. You can have a marriage, and it could be a real marriage, and you can separate and say, you know what, we kind of grew apart. And then you could come back together again. There's no problem with that.
Right.
As long as it was always a real legitimate relationship. Now, they're going to ask for proof that you're living together now. So the fact that you found him and he's in another state and you're here, that's problematic. But if you're going to be living together, based on what you told me, I don't see a problem.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
All right, 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-LAWLINK. Brad.
Yes.
Are you ready to talk about USA Credit?
Yes, I just want to remind everybody before we get to USA Credit that the telephone number for Spar and Bernstein, you heard David Moreno in our criminal defense segment. You saw at the beginning our caged animal, Moshe Baruch, although Bernadette calls him Barak, it's Baruch.
Right.
We are a full-service law firm here. Matrimonial, you saw Carmela yesterday about tax, divorce, immigration. And there's only one telephone number you need. It's 1-800-529-5465. We're not going to be taking any more calls online. So if you do call, you would be calling to make an appointment to come see us at 1-800-529-5465. We will be taking your questions on Facebook through our rapid fire segment with Kim in a few minutes. But first, we have a partnership here. What are you shaking your head about?
Because Jeff Bossy, he says, Brad and Squeeze is getting married and now they're throwing around the word backside.
Tell Jeff Bossy to stop with the homophobic remarks. All right. So, and the telephone number for Spar and Bernstein is 1-800-529-5465. And we're now going to get into our USA Credit segment. Squeeze always has me learn something in our USA Credit segment. They are our partners here. So let me go to usacreditrepair.com. And tell me what we're going to be learning about today, Squeeze.
You are really into this.
I love learning about you. And I learned both segments we've done the last 2 days. I actually learned something. So for people to actually shut their phone off or shut us off, I'll tell you, you're going to miss something that's really kind of cool. I've learned something about credit every day. And you want to know why credit's important is because you got to keep your credit up, otherwise you are totally screwed here in the United States of America.
Wow, man, you're really getting into a lot, man.
Yes, I'm going to Credit 101 or Articles. What do you want me to do?
Go to Articles.
Go to Articles. Go to Articles and tell me what you want me to what you want me to teach me today about credit.
Let's go to quickly improving your credit score in 2018.
Where is that? Is that at the top or the bottom? That's the first one.
Yeah. So let's just keep it simple.
All right, we're going to keep it simple.
All right.
Improving your credit score in 2018.
Right.
So what this says is if you're serious about, if you are serious.
Right.
Yeah, all right, this is no joke. If you are serious about improving your credit score in 2018, you are sure to see positive changes. We just even saw a lady who got her credit score improved. She was on the show like 2-3 days ago, 140 points in less than a month. Squeeze was definitely patting himself on the back. You're sure to see positive changes. Improving your credit score takes consistency and intention, and with the right habits in place, you are going to see progress over time. So, Squeeze, how are you
Here's
going to...
5 tips. Here's 5 tips.
What are the 5 tips?
5 tips.
5 tips.
First one.
For improving your credit score. Squeeze.
First one is pay your bills before they're due.
Why?
Because if you pay your bills before they're due, guess what? It will not be reported on the credit bureau late.
Or how much credit you used up won't be reported.
Exactly.
Right.
We're going to get to that also.
Right.
But another thing also that I will share a little secret to you.
Secret.
A little secret.
That's not here in this article.
That is not here in that pay your bills before they're due.
Okay, what?
Paying your bills before they're due is great. It's fabulous.
So what you should do, like 10
However,
days before, 14 days
let's
before?
say your bill is due today. What's today's date?
Today is January 12th or
Okay.
11th?
Yeah, the 12th.
12th.
All right, so let's say it's due today, the 12th.
Right.
Tomorrow, you're 1 day late, right?
Right.
Next week, you're going to be another 10 days late, right?
Right.
It's still not reported on the credit bureau yet. It's when it gets to 30 days that they report it. So even although you did not pay your bill today, you still have like
30
a
days
30-day grace period
before they
screw you.
Right.
So what I'm saying to people,
but you're paying interest over that time.
but you're going to pay interest and you're going to suffer elsewhere.
Right.
However, on your credit bureau, you will not suffer as long as you stay within the 30-day late period. Just do not go over that. So I just want people to know that, because some people say, oh, I'm already late already, so I'm not even going to bother to pay.
No. Make the 30-day mark is the key mark.
That is the key mark.
And by the way, if you do have credit problems, call USA Credit right now at 1-800-872-7177.
The other one is reduce the balances on your credit cards. Try to keep it under 30%, 25% if you can.
Why?
Because once you go over that, your credit drops significantly.
If your balances are more than 30% of the total of your total credit,
right,
on when they add up. So let's say you have 3 credit cards, and one credit card you have a $2,500 max, one credit card you got a $5,000 max, and another credit card you got a $1,500 max. So you have $9,000 in 3 credit cards. Once you go over about $3,000 owed, even though you're paying your minimum monthly payments,
it's applicable to each credit card.
It's going to
each credit card.
Each credit card, not in totality.
No, in each credit card.
Interesting. I learned something new. I didn't know that.
No, each credit.
I thought it was the totality.
No, so let's say you have a $1,000 credit card. Try to keep it under $300.
Really?
Yes.
It's not the
so let's say you have
they don't look at the totality.
No, let's say you have a $10,000 credit card, and each of them affects your credit score. So that's one.
Okay. Now pay off small balances.
The other one, just pay off the small balances.
Why?
And, just because the lower your balance, okay, the more available credit you have, the higher your credit score. So that's one. The other one, leave your credit accounts open. We spoke about that recently.
Right. We talked about that yesterday.
Right.
And then, now I know why you didn't want me to say the number 4, because the last one is, now it all makes sense, Squeeze.
It does.
Use a credit repair company. Why would anybody use your credit repair company?
Ask the lady who got 140
I don't know.
points.
I would wish she would call back.
The lady who got 140 points.
I wish she would call back. Maybe she would call back.
Maybe, as a matter of fact, maybe we can even find the testimony in the
Maybe we
airport.
can.
Maybe we can find a testimony in the airport.
Do we have the testimony in the airport?
I don't know. But the bottom line is this: 140 points within 30 days.
Right.
That's a fast track. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
We gave her the complimentary fast track. So what I want to say to every single person that's out there, USA Credit Repair, a reputable company, and the other thing, Brad, 95% of all credit repair companies do not have a physical location.
You have a physical location.
Physical location at 22 Broadway in the Chase building on the 19th floor.
You got
and
a
also
place.
the 24th place.
You know,
physical
and
place.
people
You
know
can
where
walk
to
in, you can
you
make
know
an
where
appointment.
to find the person.
You know where to find us.
Okay.
We can't hide. We're not going anywhere.
Squeeze, you recently, about a month ago, we've showed this before, but about a month ago, you were in the airport coming back from Jamaica. You got accosted.
Yes.
And we thought, and at first you thought you didn't know what was wrong, but then apparently the woman wanted to praise you for doing such
I
a
thought I did
wonderful-
something wrong.
for doing such a wonderful job on her credit. So we're going to watch this woman accost Squeeze. She didn't really accost him. She actually was a beautiful, loving lady.
Right.
And said all these wonderful things about USA Credit Repair. We're going to come back straight to, we'll give the number at the end, and we'll come back straight to Kim.
Answering more immigration questions.
More immigration questions on our Facebook page. And also...
Well, let me give out the number for those people who want to get a free consultation at USA Credit Repair.
Okay, fine.
Going to the video in 15 seconds. 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. If you call right now, you're getting a 100% free analysis, free consultation. You decide what you want to do afterwards. They'll spend time with you to go over your credit profile. Call USA Credit Repair Inc.com now at 1-800-USA-7177. Let's just catch a clip of this. Okay, so I'm here at the airport, right into, of course, a client of USA Credit Repair, and she wants to tell me what USA Credit Repair did for her. So what did USA Credit Repair do for her?
Yes, I must say I had bad credit. I heard you and I called. You gave me a discount and working with me on a monthly plan.
Right.
My credit is excellent now. I'm getting credit card. I got car, and I'm in good shape, tip-top shape. I didn't believe at first it was a gamble, but I prove it for myself. So I have to let you all know. Check Mr. Squeeze because he's doing it for us.
What kind of car did you get?
Acura RDX.
Acura. So now that you have good credit, what is your credit score?
It's in the 750.
750 range.
Yes, 750 range.
All right. Anything else you got with your credit after realizing that everything worked out for you with your credit?
Gold cards, gold card, credit card, gold card.
Tell people a few of the bad things you had on your credit before we fixed it.
Okay, I have loans. I have a couple of credit cards, and quite a few other stuff I had, but it was really bad. It was really bad. I couldn't ask for anything in any store, not even a store card I couldn't get.
Right.
And now I can walk wherever I want to and apply, and I'm sure I'm going to get.
All right.
Yes.
Did you get a loan recently?
Yes, I did. I'm here in Jamaica to bury my son, and I went to the credit union without any question. I got what I wanted, and while they gave it to me, they said, "We see here that you're qualified for a gold card," and I got it too.
Wow, so you got the loan. Okay, and by the way, sympathies and condolences in reference to
my son?
Your son who died, right?
Yes.
Sorry about that. Okay. However, at least you were able to give him a good send-off because you got the loan, right?
Yes,
And
definitely.
you also got yourself a gold card.
Yes, more than one.
More than one.
Yes.
Now, the only thing that we're going to ask for you to do is make sure that you're maintaining good credit.
Yes, I will.
All right?
I will.
I mean, although you know you have us still. Right?
Yes.
And just spread the word to everybody.
Yes,
right?
I'm spreading it. I'm spreading it.
Tell them that Squeeze is no joke.
Yes, Squeeze is no joke. He'll do it for me, and he'll do it for you.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. See you. Bye-bye. There you have it, folks. Once again, like I said, going through an airport, I meet so many people who's always saying that we, have done such wonders for them with credit.
It even happens with the Spar and Bernstein law offices because people talk about immigration, but here we are talking about credit, and I'm very happy that this lovely lady, of course, was able to get help for us. Her son passed on, and she was able to get a loan. She was able to get a gold card. She was able to get her Acura RDX, and that's what we're all about. She gave me goose pimples knowing that we were able to help her out in such a, situation with her son passing on. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's USA Credit Repair. Make sure you check us out online or call us at 1-800-786-1330. That's 1-800-786-1330. And if you're listening to this on the radio, check it out on Facebook and you see what we have been doing, all right? Rocking my son's Penn State, of course, school shirt here and having a blast going through the airport. I still think that Columbia is a better school, son. Anyway. We'll catch up later. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into this. All right, so we're back with Kim. We're going to be getting to the immigration questions, but let me just give out the number. Here's what I will personally do. When I get off the airwaves here on Facebook and on 93.5, which is going to be in about 5 minutes, I will personally speak with every single person that calls the number that I'm about to give to get their credit repair. I will personally speak with them. I'll personally give them a special in repairing their credit over the next 3 months. But you've got to call this number now. Everyone with a credit score that is less than 700, everyone that has ever been turned down, if you've ever applied for anything and have a hard inquiry, you've got a judgment, you've got a tax lien, a bankruptcy, I am saying to you right now, call this number and I will personally speak with you off the air. The number is 1-800-872-7177. That is 1-800-872-7177. This is the credit repair segment. 1-800-872-7177. Make the call. Once again, we're in 2018. We're at the beginning of the year. You need to do something about your credit. 1-800-872-7177. A 100% free consultation. Make the move because, ladies and gentlemen, credit is singularly one of the most important things in your financial life. Make that call. 1-800-872-7177. And I guarantee you that we will help you. And yes, we have a money back guarantee.
And Squeeze
also
was so passionate about it, his earpiece fell out of his ear, Kim.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a lot of passion.
USA Credit Repair, our proud partner, 1-800-872-7177. We have some questions on Facebook. Let's finish up with a bang. Rapid fire, Kim. Let's go.
Candy is asking, how old can you be before filing for a parent?
21.
Janet wants to know if you have a priority date of October 2016. Can you say where they've reached up to now?
They are up to, what is the priority date for what? For unmarried children of U.S. citizens, March 15th, 2011. For unmarried sons or daughters of permanent residents, December 1st, 2010. Married children of U.S. citizens, October 8th, 2005. Brothers and sisters of U.S. citizens, June 22nd, 2004. That does not include China, India, Mexico, Philippines that have their own waiting list.
Thank you. Wants to know, my first interview with the immigration, and my husband and I didn't answer some of the questions correctly, and now we don't have faith. If they deny us, what can we do?
You're going to be put in deportation. If you live together, there's no reason why you shouldn't get the answers right if you are prepared properly. If you are not living together, you got a problem from day one.
Dwight wants to know, my I-751 waiver has been processing. Can I travel out of the country, and are they going to give me an extension?
Your what was processing?
I-751 waiver?
Yes, you can travel out of the country as long as you have an extension for 1 year. If the extension is over, you can always get a stamp in your passport. They will not give you a problem coming back.
Carla asks, my online status shows that my application was transferred to a different USCIS field office for review. Is that normal, or should I be worried?
Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. They sometimes transfer work from service centers that are very busy to service centers that have less applications. Kind of like even the playing field.
Eleanor wants to know, I came here as an H-2B visa and it expired. I have a 9-year-old U.S. citizen daughter. My lawyer says there is no way for me to have status unless I get married. Is that true?
Maybe. I would have to have a consultation with you.
Jenny asks, my father's lived.
I don't know. I mean, I do
It's
know.
fair.
I mean, I do know after I meet with you, but all I know about you is you have a 9-year-old daughter. Can I get a green card? I don't know. Come say it.
Jenny asks, my father is living in the U.S. and he's an American citizen. He put in for me since 2007. I am married and I have a 20-year-old daughter. I want to know if she has any chance to get her green card.
Depends. There's something called the Child Status Protection Act. It depends on how long the I-130 took. So, for example, if it took 2 or 3 years for the I-130 to get approved, she may have a chance, because then they'll give it to about age 24. If it took 3 days for the I-130 to get approved, she's not going to have much of a chance, because once she turns 21, she's going to fall off the case.
Philip wants to know, my mom filed for me and my daughter when we came to America last year, but at the time of the filing, my son wasn't born yet, so he wasn't filed for. But I remember writing his name on one of the forms I signed up for before I went to the embassy. How do I get my son here?
Who was the petitioner? U.S. citizen husband?
No, the son's grandmother, technically. See what I'm saying? So the guy asking the question, his mom filed for him,
so
and
then
he wants to find out.
so then the child would be following to join. You got to contact the U.S. Embassy, or come see us and we'll contact them for you. It's a following to join case.
Mans wants to know, I'm a U.S. citizen and would like to file for my brother who's here illegally. He was put on an immigration hold after serving 1 month in jail.
Before you do anything, if they're on an immigration hold, you should not be filing F4 petitions for your brother. That'll take 15 years, because it sounds like he'll be deported well before that. Let the brother come in and let's figure that one out.
Pledge asks, if you're not a green card holder and you're working without a tax ID and you're not being paid for a month, you're working with a special child which the government is responsible financially, what can one do to get the money he or she has worked for without getting into trouble?
Who's supposed to be paying you?
It seems like it's some sort of nanny situation.
Then let them come and see us so
something.
we can sort it out. Who's the responsible party to pay you?
Min Jen wants to know, if I'm a master's student in the United States, how long of a period before I can apply for citizenship?
Do you have a green card?
He's here as a student.
All right, so you got to get a green card first before you become a citizen. So the question is, how are you going to get a green card? I don't know. Come make an appointment.
Natasha asks, I've been waiting on my green card since filing in 2014, but I have heard nothing yet, and they have not given me any info. What can I do?
Who's filing for you, Natasha?
Who's filing for you, Natasha?
Who's filing for you, Natasha?
Do I ask? I came on a ship, I ran off, and now I'm married to a U.S. citizen.
Ran
What's
off.
next?
File the I-130, provisional waiver. You're going to go home and come back. Yeah. And then your ship will have arrived because you will have a green card.
I was going to say, wouldn't he have swam off so much as run off?
No, you run off because the ship comes to shore and they give you ship shore leave, whatever it may be, and he didn't go back and join the ship. The ship left and he stayed.
Shine asks, the spouse came to the U.S. in 2014. They lived together for a couple of months, and then he left. Then they filed for the removal of conditions. Now, 3 years later, they are living together, but have no bank account or anything together in both names.
You better start doing something fast.
Very fast.
You're living together. Go open up a bank account. Go do things in your own name. Go prove it's a real marriage. Let's get it together, people.
Let's get it together.
Let's get it together, people.
Not enough Boy Scouts. We need readiness all the time. Clive asks, good afternoon, guys. My receipt date's 1/11/2017. I did my biometric in February. Have not heard anything back. It's been almost a year. Is this normal?
What are you doing? Is this a marriage case? I don't know what they're doing. They got to be a little more specific. Assuming if it's a marriage case, they should have gotten through already and they should call me. I'm assuming it's a marriage case, but maybe it's not.
Leal has a tough situation. She was recently traveling to a different state and got caught by immigration. She spent a night in a holding cell, and then they sent her back to New York with a court date from a field officer. She has a tracking device on her foot. She's married, but she filed for divorce December of last year and has a son. Her husband was abusive to her. Should she get a lawyer, or does she go in, or does she wait until the court date?
Okay, all right. Squeeze. Can we join Squeeze in here a second? Okay. Let me ask you a question, Squeeze. You get arrested by immigration. Okay. They put a tracking device on your leg. Okay. You're getting a divorce. You're an abused spouse, and you're wondering, do I need a lawyer, or should I just wait to go to court and let them deport me?
I'll just wait to go to court and let them deport me. That's what I do.
That's what you would do.
I just wait and go to court.
Wait to go to court and let them deport you.
I would just do the smart thing.
Squeeze says to go to court.
I just do the smart thing and just go to court and just wait for them to deport. That's a very smart thing.
Squeeze says go to court and let them deport.
Yeah, right.
Go to court and let them deport.
Right.
Kim, do you have what is your thought on this?
Yeah. I'm not being sarcastic.
I'm actually going to have to respectfully disagree with Squeeze.
You're going to respectfully disagree with my
sarcastic answer, right? About 8 steps ago.
Okay, so now I got to break the tie. Squeeze says go to court and you should get the port. Which, like Jackie Childs, right?
Did I tell you to rub a cream on it? I didn't tell you to rub a cream on it.
Kim says call a lawyer. I would say, I know Squeeze is being sarcastic. 99.9% of the people out there would say, what are you waiting for, lady? Call a lawyer.
Call a damn lawyer.
Call a damn lawyer.
Anyway, we got to wrap the show up, man.
What else you got? Let's go quickly.
Wilby says, Brad is the best immigration lawyer in the world.
Thank you.
I can testify to that because I've seen him work, and he saved my friend from deportation after she was here for over 15 years and had paid over $8,000 to other lawyers who did nothing. But eventually, Brad got on the case and saved her from deportation. So I had to throw that one in there.
Thank you.
Rohandre wants to know, can you use a work permit as a form of identification to travel from state to state, or do you need a state ID?
No, the work permit's fine.
Narcos wants to know, if you overstay on a visa and get married, can you still get papers?
Yes.
Tanisha says, my husband filed for my son in Jamaica. He's 14. His application was approved on October 3rd. When should we expect to get stuff from immigration? My husband is a citizen.
Well, I assume your son's in another country. You should be hearing from the National Visa Center within days. If you don't hear by mid-February, call me.
McDuff says, my older sister filed for my older brother and the family after the interview at the embassy in Nigeria. They were told to come pick up their visa, but later that same day, they said they shouldn't come there because of an administrative process going on, and later denied, saying that my brother was trying to smuggle a child into the country.
Trump! Screwing everybody over. Call us.
Yep.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
We're not done.
I am done.
Let's continue quickly. It's the show that never ends. We got to finish everybody's questions, Squeeze.
We can go on until kingdom
Let's
come.
go. Continue.
The actual last comment that I have is Munchie Daily, who wants to say that USA Credit Repair has raised her credit by 67 points.
But Squeeze wouldn't have heard that had he just ended.
Brad, I hear it every day.
All right. Now Squeeze wants to continue.
No. I hear it I said I was going to get off and speak with people. People are texting me saying, I thought you were going to speak with us.
We are. You are. You're going to speak to everybody.
I'm going to speak with every single person that calls USA Credit Repair.
All right. We are out of here. We'll see you all. Have a great weekend. Thank you for watching the show that never ends. Brad and Squeeze.
The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. What are you doing?